Hi, welcome to the F1 Time Portal, a Formula One history podcast by a couple of friends that love Formula One. I'm your host, Rosa.
And I'm your lucky instant noodle host, Luigi. And today we are rating drivers from 1971 for our special series of Time Portal Championship. So let's go.
Before I ask questions about your lucky instant noodle, and I'm going to be very surprised if that's a hit single of 1971, Luigi.
Yeah, okay.
I am going to introduce Sun. So Sun is with us today. Hello, Sun.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Rosa. Hi, Luigi. Nice of you to have me here today.
Yes, very, very good to have one of Luigi's friends on.
Yes.
We'll see whether you follow all of other Luigi's friends and join me in criticising his tips. So that will be fun.
We'll see. We're still friends by the end of it.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I was just gonna say this is Sun's debut TP episode.
Yes, it is.
Yes. So should we talk about the lucky instant noodle thing, or should we do the Sun thing first?
I'm going to be No, we'll do the lucky instant noodle thing because that's what we normally do. That's not a hit single of 1971, is it?
No, but it's to commemorate Sun's country of origin.
Oh,
So
we've never done that before.
No, I've just mixed it up a little bit because
I'm not Japanese, just so you know.
Culturally.
This is not racism, thank you. So Lucky Instant Noodle was actually invented in 1971 by a Malaysian company. And It was the first time instant noodles came into existence, and it was not a hit. And
Wow.
they had to rebrand it to a brand that many of us in the Western culture know called Mami.
Right.
No, I don't know that.
You don't know
didn't know
Mami
this.
noodles?
No.
Son, do you know Mami noodles?
I know Mami Noodles, but I didn't know this was the history.
Yes, it was launched in 71 by a Malaysian company, and Sun happens to be born in Malaysia. So there you go.
Wow. Thank you. That was a...
Well, Son, that does make you special friend because he's never done that for any. And we've had an Argentinian on the show and an Indian person.
Yes, yeah. I know I did do something for Nacho. I commemorated that half Argentinian Portuguese person that invented pens. Remember that? Bic?
Oh, Biro.
Biro. Yeah. That was the best Argentina had. It was half
a pen
Portuguese.
and half of it.
Yeah.
All right. So, Son, we have some questions for you just so that our listeners can get to know you a little bit. So the first question is, what got you into Formula One?
Well, really and truly, I was never really into Formula One to begin with. I just tagged along with friends. They would gather around, and this was in, I don't know, when we were 17. I could think 2000s, I think.
It's not worth thinking about.
Yeah, that's right. They would all be gathering around the TV and just watching it. But in my mind, it was just, oh my gosh, 50 laps, really? Of just zoom.
Wow.
And so it was background noise for me. And then I met Luigi, and he's introduced me to Formula One again. So
Right,
it's come
so
and
you've got
left
a
and come
second
back
chance.
again.
You've got a
Yes, that's
second
right.
chance at being a Formula One fan. So
and
guess the next...
why can I just say, you're talking about the Kuala Lumpur Grand Prix, the Malaysian Grand Prix, not the Singapore one. Is that right?
Yes, but they were watching Grand Prix as a whole back then.
Okay.
Yeah, following it, yeah.
So the next two questions might be a bit difficult for you then, Son. So the
would
first
be.
question is, who is your favourite driver of all time? Going back into history, you can choose anyone from now. But the second question is, who do you barrack for on the grid in today's Formula One? So good luck with those two questions.
All I can say, my choices are very shallow.
That's okay. It's okay. Shallow is good.
And based on looks purely.
I like it. Finally, someone who's joining me in this quest.
We have honesty.
Yes.
So from back in the day, it would be Jensen Button. I think he used to drive it better, and I can't remember. But yeah, he was a cutie.
Yes. He was a bit of a playboy when he was in Benetton. He wasn't really a serious, he didn't take it seriously.
No?
Yeah. He was more party boy, kind of girls. Yeah. Anyway,
well,
but we like that.
Make the best of what you've got.
That's right, exactly.
And in today's one, I don't really have one. I'll go with what my kids like. I think my kids like Hamilton, but when I ask them why, they can't really tell me why. So,
okay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
All right. Well, hopefully this new introduction to Formula One as Luigi's special friend gets you knowing the drivers and picking someone that you like and not your kids.
Well, I'm still looking out for the cutie pies on the grid.
Yeah. I can give you some hints on that. We'll talk later.
And I want to put in my first protest on already what we've talked about because I don't think Button was a playboy.
He was.
He boy.
Yeah, he was. Back in the early days, he did not take it seriously at all.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember it that way, but you might be right.
He was in it for a long time before he actually decided to knuckle down and do something.
Work hard. Yeah.
Okay. I think this might get reaction from listeners. But anyway, that's all,
That's what I like. Engagement.
It's a TP
This
episode.
is what engagement looks like, Luigi.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
All right.
Well, shall we get into it?
Yes, let's start.
Okay. So we're going to start. Rosa and I, we're going to do this. We're going to start doing things a little bit differently. So Rosa and I are going to take turns doing the very short race reviews.
Well, very short and sometimes long.
Yeah, okay. I've been accused of writing too long race reviews on this one. So for those that are new to TP, this is just a quick reminder that I have not seen Rosa's or Sun's tips until we hear them here and now. And so we critique them live. And so Rosa's the only one that has seen the results because she compiles them. And we don't. But
I don't see them until after I do mine. So I do mine blind as well. Yep.
Yeah. And for those, again, for new to this, we just recap each race, a very fast recap to remind us of the race because the main focus is to talk about our tips. Because if you really want the details, listen to the race review episodes where we go into a lot of detail. So shall we get into it? So this is an 11-race season. So race 1 is the South African Grand Prix. And the recap is that Stewart set a blistering time to get pole easily in the Tyrrell, followed by Eamon in the Matra and Regazzoni in the Ferrari. Was Eamon in the Matra at this stage?
Yes, he was.
Gee, I'm getting doing too many different times of this stuff.
Again, this is what the time portal does to us. We get confused with time periods.
Yeah, because we record in different order sometimes. Anyway, so at race start, Eamon made a nonsense start and Stewart made a semi-nonsense start, and they were caught out by a fast wave of the flag. So the wave was flagged faster than they expected. So Regazzoni, who was, I think, third, charged into the lead. However, it was not long before Holm in the McLaren, who qualified 7th, then himself charged into the lead, and he pulled away. Regazzoni was struggling with vibration issues and started to fall back. Yeah, this is a long recap.
This is, yeah. Vibration issues on the tyres, just to
thank you. Adding even more, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Andretti in his Ferrari had a strong charge through the midfield to move up to second, and with 4 laps to go, he got to within a second of the leading Holm. Then Holm had a bolt fall from his car, and he then fell back to 6th. This is on the last few laps. Andretti proceeded to win the race with Stewart second and Regazzoni third. The race is remembered for all the BRMs doing really well to get up to the podium
now you're
positions.
Sucking up to the BRM fans, Luigi.
Yeah, only to have heating issues. Savert crashed due to sweat getting into his eyes. Beltoise was blocked from entering this race as a result of being held to blame for a sports car accident in Argentina, which claimed the life of Ferrari driver Giunti. Yeah, that was a very detailed recap.
Yeah, if you're still with us, if you haven't fallen asleep, we'll go to Sun and, we'll see who Sun has given points to, starting with your third place, Sun.
This race was hard to follow simply because they were changing positions all the time. It was just who's up front now. But anyway, so in third place, I gave it to Andretti because he was hanging out close enough to win when the opportunity presented itself.
Okay.
All right. Interesting.
For the winner of the race. Interesting. Yeah.
Interesting that he won. Okay.
Yep. For Eamon, for his comeback from being the main nonsense starter to somewhere in the top 10. So I give him points for not giving up.
Right.
Oh, wow. Okay.
regaining composure from the, flag falling too fast or whatever unexpected.
Yeah, from being asleep on the grid. That's okay. It's all good. These things happen.
And in first place, I gave it to Home. And it's because it's not his fault the bolt fell out of his car. And he probably should have been commended for keeping the bolt on for as long as he did. So he got first place for that.
Okay,
Right.
picks.
Yeah.
I'm questioning the Eamon pick. I mean, I'm an Eamon fan,
Yeah.
You are.
but
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, but it's a bit generous to give him second place.
Why?
I guess the reason was for persisting and
Yeah, for trying hard.
he finished fifth, one lap behind.
Oh, dear.
Just flagging that.
Oh,
And-
son.
yeah.
You've
Yeah.
attracted
give
the
points
stare
to-
of Sauron.
You have to give points to people who, don't give up. There you go.
Okay, that's generous.
I can now see why you're with Luigi.
Okay, so
Okay,
Rosa, any comments from your end or move on?
Move on. Let's move on to
Okay.
yours.
So I've got Whistle in third, equal third. But I've not equal third, I've allocated the points a bit differently.
Yes.
Whistle actually finished 14th. Whistle finished 14th. Can you hear me okay? Yep. And he qualified 14th, sorry, and he finished 4th in what was a very eventful race. So I thought that was a very impressive drive from, I would say, sort of a no-name driver. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is interesting that you've given points to a no-name driver.
Yeah, but he came 4th from 14th.
Yeah. Oh,
He
fourth.
persisted.
Well,
He persisted.
There were lots of cars dropping out throughout the race, right? It
What was
wasn't
that?
like they all started with the same number of drivers and ended the same number of drivers. People were falling in and ending
Okay,
the
well,
race early.
I'm
so-
recognizing I gave him 3 of my points.
That's a lot.
Okay,
But anyway.
I've given Giunti.
It's Junti.
Junti, okay. Junti. I gave him 1 point because he paid the ultimate price for his passion. Even though he wasn't even in this race, it was just recognised. We tend to recognise those that passed away. I tend to.
Yeah, Luigi does.
Yeah.
It's very hard for me to criticise those because then I look like I'm a soulless, heartless person.
It's a good strategy of mine.
Yeah, it is a good strategy.
I put Andretti in second. Like, he won the race, but also a really strong drive, and he outperformed Regazzoni in the other Ferrari. And we know he's not a regular driver at this point in time in Formula One world. And he carved his way through the field, and he also held off the BRM. So good result. But I did give the win to Holm like Sun did, because he went from 7th to 1st, and he did mostly dominate the race, and he should have won it had it not been for that bolt issue. So
Yes.
So good. I'm writing the wrongs. And that's what TP's
okay.
all about, writing the wrongs.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, over to you, Rosa. Any comments from your end, or you're okay with that?
Well, like I said, I can't. I've already commented on the way through.
Okay.
Whistle was strange and Junti is what you do. So
Yeah, okay.
So I gave my third place to Regazzoni. I just thought it was a good race for third. I think if you read it, he was battling all the time. So I thought if in a Ferrari as well, I can't go past a Ferrari that makes the podium. Yeah, Andretti I gave second place as well. Good drive and finally a win or even a finish for Andretti. I reckon this was the first race he finishes in Formula One since 1958. And he only participated in a handful.
68.
No, I think 58.
He wouldn't have been in Formula One in 58.
Oh, 68 maybe.
Yeah.
No. Oh, anyway, maybe you're right. Anyway, it was only in a handful of races, but he never finished them. So finally he actually wins one. So good on him. And yes, I also gave Holm the first spot and my only comment was stupid bolt. So
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah. So the cumulative total sees Holm in the lead on 24 points, Andretti second on 16, and Amon, thanks to Sun, in third on 6 points.
Okay. So race to your turn, Rosa.
Yep, this is a Spanish Grand Prix. So Pole went to Ickx in his Ferrari, just ahead of his teammate Regazzoni. Amon was third in the Matra. At race start, Ickx jumped into the lead, but it wasn't long before Stewart, who qualified fourth, charged through to take the lead within 6 laps. He would go on to win the race by 3.4 seconds from Ickx. That's a lot. Although, yes. There was some excitement as Stewart had a 10-second lead with about 20 laps to go, and Ickx did a charge and got down to 3 seconds with a few laps to go. However, Stewart had things in hand, many retirements, with 2 Ferraris out with engine problems. Andretti's engine caught fire twice. Amon finished a distant third and Holm came fourth from ninth on the grid. A fairly uneventful race, except for the fires and
they seem to be catching fire
charging
all the time.
through the fire was a big thing in this season, I think, even in the 70s. Okay, Sun, over to you.
So I gave third place to Ickx simply because it's a cool name. And if this was Scrabble, you get a really good score. If Ickx was a Scrabble word, you would get a really good score.
You can't have names in Scrabble, though, can you?
No, you can't.
If this was a word, a place.
If it was name Scrabble.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he got third. Holm, I gave second to. It was a fairly uneventful race. I had to find a reason to give someone a win, so why not him? And I think he probably was the only car in the top 5 that was a V8 engine or not a V12. I can't remember. One of those special engine, different one. And in first place, I gave it to Stewart because he won by a big gap. And he was probably just teasing Ickx by letting the gap narrow a little bit, and maybe just to give the Ferrari fans a little bit of hope. And he gave him first place for entertainment.
Okay. Interesting comment about the Holm, but I was looking at the other cars. I think this was the V12. I know Stewart was in the V8, the Ford Cosworth. But anyway, you picked him in second. Makes sense anyway, regardless. He did do a good drive that race. Holm, I'm talking about Holm, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So no comments from me. From you, Rosa? No. Okay. For third, I had Holm. He had a tough time in practice and qualified 9th and finished 4th. So I thought that was a good result for him and for the McLaren team. Eamon was third, but it was just too boring for me to recognise it. The race was too boring. So because he finished third, he qualified third. Sorry, Holm gets it because he did a bit more work. I put Ickx in second, partly for getting pole position and giving a strong chase to Stewart towards the end of the race. And I guess he was the one that gave some excitement for what was a fairly flat race. And he got the fastest lap. We do talk a lot about him having a cool racing name. So I don't think we talked about Scrabble, but
no.
Did we talk about Scrabble about his name?
No, I don't think so.
It's the K's and the X's.
Yes.
Yeah. And first I had Stewart, dominant win. And he did well to carve his way to the front at the beginning of the race. That was impressive. He had to pass the 2 Ferraris who had qualified first and second, but he did just carve his way and struggle. He carved his way and pulled away, except for the end where he sort of dropped back. But I think he was just managing things. So, yeah, not much more to say about it, to be honest.
Well, I'm not going to say anything about your tips because I've got exactly the same.
Oh, okay.
So I think they're amazing tips, Luigi.
They're amazing.
So yeah. So I gave it to Holm for third, 9th to 4th. I thought that was a good effort, and he actually did something in the race. I thought tried. Ickx, I had pole and great racing. Pity about his car not being reliable. I think he could have won it. I nearly almost gave him the win, as in righting the wrong. But Stewart just dominated. I mean, he was 20 seconds out in front and he, like you say, I think he just slowed down to save his car, tyres, engine. You don't have to push your car in this era that hard because something will go wrong, like bolts falling out.
Fires.
So I think he just, and fires. So I nearly gave Ickx my first, only because this season is going to really annoy me giving Stewart every number one on this thing. But all I've said for Stewart is domination. So
yeah.
And
the 3 of us had the same 3 drivers.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, we did. Yes, just in different. Yeah. So after the second race, we have, funnily enough, Holm is in the lead on 38. Interestingly, and how does that work? Does that work? Yeah. Anyway, it must work. It adds up. Stewart is second on 24 and Andretti is third with X on 16.
Okay, and I'm just looking where Holm finishes in the championship. In those first two races, he got 1 point and 2 points. So he was not up there, but he's dominating this one.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to have a look at that. Okay, so up to the third race of the season, the Monaco Grand Prix. So Stewart earned pole by 1.2 seconds ahead of X and Siffert. Stewart dominated the race and won by 25 seconds, and it actually would have been more. Siffert charged into second at race start, but Peterson from 8th did an amazing drive to legitimately take second place. Siffert was a safe third until his car let him down, so X finished third despite driving most of the race with a broken anti-roll bar, and Andretti, the winner of the South Africa race, did not qualify as he had car issues in the one and only dry practice session and therefore wasn't able to get a time down. So Stewart set a fastest lap that itself was 1 second faster than his pole time. So
he's having a good year, isn't he?
He is?
He is.
Yeah. Okay, so third place, I gave it to Eamon because he bothered to turn up for practice on a rainy day. He did a good time, apparently, but his car just said not today in the actual race. So points for showing up. Siffert was second. Okay. I know. A lot of compassion here.
She's very kind. Yes.
I think I had it written down that he was in contention for a spot, but I think his car failed him during the race. So
yeah, he was running second, I think. Yeah. He was second. Yeah.
So
or was he third? One of those.
Yeah, so I gave him second place.
Oh, that's right. He was third. He should have come third. Yep.
And then the winner, I gave it to X. I know he finished third, but he was driving with a broken car. Well, a broken anti-roll bar. And, you know, I can't even drive with a broken GPS. So I gave him first place for that.
Nice.
Where is Stewart?
Uh-oh.
I mean,
he got pole by 1.2 seconds. His fastest lap was 1 second faster than pole. I'm just trying to double check the gap that he won by. 20-something seconds.
It was 25 seconds.
25 seconds. Here. Yeah, 25 seconds. Yeah.
It's not
but
fun
not good enough to get on the podium.
No. It's like no one wants to play with you.
This is race 3.
I'm with Sun. I'm already getting sick of it.
Wow. This is... I'll make it better if it was a cute guy like Button or...
no. Then we'd have no problems.
Yeah, exactly. no boredom, nothing.
There's two factors. One, he's your favourite. And two, he's not a hot, good-looking young
You're saying Stewart's
person.
Not hot. Oh, come on. He had those big, huge sideburns in the 70s. Come on. Okay, anyway, I'm calling a fail on missing Stewart, who dominated. Like, he couldn't have done much more to get points, and he got 0 from you. So anyway, okay.
It's all relative, you know, less exciting. So everyone else was more exciting. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's no rules. You can have your own measurement. Right. Could be about excitement. Okay. So I've got Siffert in third. I think he should have come third, but retired late in the race due to mechanical issues, so just out of his control. Peterson in second. He did an excellent drive up to second from 8th place, and he had to pass many cars to make his mark. And Monaco's a hard track to pass on. I know it would have been easier in those days, but still not easy. It's never easy on this track as a general rule. And I couldn't go past Stewart for first because I judge by facts and stuff. And so...
That was a bit of a joke.
Oh.
Yeah, so he like we've just said, the pole gap dominated the race by
Luigi,
25
there was
seconds.
a time where you would give your number one to someone who led the race for 5 laps and then crashed. Okay? So
this is not that time.
I know, you've learnt. This is, yes.
I'm becoming
from
my
many, yes.
My Playboy days of pics are over.
That's right, exactly.
And it's serious pics now.
He's mainstream now. Okay.
Yes, he is mainstream. He's mainstream and boring, exactly.
Okay, Rosa, let's see what you got.
Well, I've got exactly
wow.
the same picks as you again, which I'm starting to worry. I'm going to have to take a good, hard, long look at myself, I think.
Maybe you need to do your picks before me so you get to describe them if they're the same,
Yeah. Well, I did have a slightly different commentary for Peterson where I said he did a great drive for second with the tea tray car.
Oh, yes.
Like he's got that weird wing at the front of his car that looks like you could serve tea on it. So that was pretty good. I guess Monaco, though, if it's going to work anywhere, it would be at Monaco. But yes, good drive by him in that very unusual looking car.
Yes, and for those, we mentioned in the race review, but if this is the first time you're hearing about it, you've got to Google the 1971 March.
Yeah, the 711. It's the March 711. It's a very strange looking car. Okay, so after it did work. It only worked for some race tracks. Other tracks, they had to remove the tray altogether and not have any front aero at all. So it was boom or bust. So after the third race, we have Stewart has made himself the leader of the TP Championship. He's on 40 points. Holmes on 38 points in second place. And Ix is in third place on 24 points. Right, my turn.
Yes.
Race 4, we're at the Dutch Grand Prix. Ix got pole, followed by Rodriguez in the BRM and Stewart, still in the Tyrrell. On race day, weather was atrocious and Ix and Rodriguez stormed off into the lead. Those on Goodyear tyres had a horrible race as Firestone drivers finished in the first 8 positions. For example, Stewart on Goodyear's finished 11th, 5 laps down. Wow.
Don't worry, Sun might still pick him.
Yeah, because and so would you.
You might still pick him.
I'm less worried about Sun and more worried about you. At the front, Ix and Rodriguez had a great battle for the lead for the first 32 laps. Wow, that would have been amazing. Eventually, Ix got the better of him and started to pull away in the second half of the race. Ix would finish first, Rodriguez second, about 8 seconds back, Regazzoni third, a lap behind. Over to you, Sun.
All right. Well, it sounded like it was a really wet and wild day and everyone was just trying to get a good spin.
Yes.
Who spun better?
Yes.
So I gave third place to Eamon for that spin.
Let me look this up. Keep going.
And he was stuck in some fence or sand or something or other, I think early in the race as well. And, it must have been painful just watching everyone drive past you. And so I gave him pity points, third place.
On lap two is when he went out.
On lap 2, early in the race. Yeah. And then
just flagging that.
Second place, I gave it to Stewart for being kind enough to keep Eamon company, joining him in the third lap. And in first place, I gave it to 2 people, so Ix and Rodriguez. It sounded like a real back and forth between the 2 of them. And so, points for not taking each other out, basically.
So you did give points to Stewart.
I did.
That is hilarious.
Story points, yeah.
Yeah.
And you gave him, and the funny thing is, because you gave equal first to Ix and Rodriguez, you gave them 4 points each. So Stewart was all by himself in second with 6 points.
With 6 points, yeah.
And Eamon third with 4 points. So Stewart got the most points.
For
finishing in 11th, 5 laps down.
5 laps down.
On the podium, you are, lower in ranking.
And you gave Stewart nothing for dominating the Monaco race. Wow, these are interesting tips is all I can say. I'm just digesting. Okay. For me, I had third Firestone. They dominated this race.
Yeah.
Getting the first 8 places in the race. Goodyear really got the wet weather tyre combination wrong. And I mean, for Stewart to go from dominating the previous race to finishing 11th, 5 laps down, it shows the tyres must have been astronomically impactful on this one. Rodriguez second, a good battle at the front for 30 laps. He did well to nurse the car home because he had first gear issues going in the slow corners. So that was pretty impressive. And this is like, with Ix and Rodriguez fighting it out, it's like, I see them as like B grade drivers. So when the A's were out of play, because X, neither of these guys are champions, So X, great drive in the rain, got pole and fastest lap, and he showed patience to take the lead and pull away. So it wasn't like he was panicky, and it was measured and controlled. So pat on the back to X for winning this, and maybe showing he's a B+.
High praise from Luigi.
In wet weather.
Yes.
Makes him A+ then,
I think so. Yeah. Well, for the third race in a row, Luigi, I've picked the same as you, which I was surprised you did give it to Tyres, because you're not one to give it to like a non-driver. So I thought I would have something different there on you, but no.
No.
Yes, Firestone, Tyres won the day. Little bit, I'm sort of harking back to my 1966 and 67 days when I gave it to Repco all the time.
Yes, I remember those days.
I might give it to Firestone a few more times. Rodriguez and X. Look, and I actually like Sun's splitting them, because it was really nothing between them, although X did end up finishing 8 seconds ahead. So, and the wet weather didn't stop him. It was a good race from him without the weather stopping him. So we now have Stewart in the lead on 46. X is in second on 44, and Holm is in third on 38.
And he's been on 38 since the first 2 races, hasn't he?
He has, yes.
So he's sort of faded away.
We might see him slide down the table a bit.
Yeah. So we're up to race 5, the French Grand Prix. So Stewart got pole, followed by the Ferrari drivers of Regazzoni and X in second and third. And Fittipaldi qualified 17th. What year is this? 71. Okay. So I was just wondering, why did I mention Fittipaldi? I'm sure it's coming later. Just remembered. So at race start, Stewart dominated off the line and went on to dominate the race and win easily. Regazzoni was a distant second until he retired halfway through the race due to a spin on oil left by another driver. Rodriguez was now a solid second, and before his car had technical issues. He got up to second before his car had technical issues. So this left Francois Severt, into second place, very much inherited. Then there was a strong drive by Fittipaldi to come third from 17th on the grid. He was still in bandages, however, because he was recovering from a road accident. So pretty impressive drive by that guy. Andretti was missing from this race because the drivers believed he was at the USA Pocono 500 race. Why did Mike Lang say this?
Very strange words, wasn't it?
Yeah, very strange words.
So was he at the race or not?
He was not at the race.
Oh, okay.
No, he was not at this race.
Oh, no,
he might have been at the might have been at the USA Pocono race, but we don't
Nobody
look at.
knows. Oh, okay.
We don't research that. That's not our podcast.
Yeah, that's a niche podcast of.
Yeah.
that would be the nichest of the niche.
Yes.
The race reviews of races other drivers believed other races were at.
Yeah.
That's
Does that make sense?
You're doing a podcast of rumors. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, there might only be one race that they would have in that podcast.
Yeah. And this is it.
And this is it, exactly.
Okay, so Sun, your top 3.
All right. My third place, I gave it to Peterson. I think he was the one whose engine blew up and caused some oil leak, which gave excitement to the rest of the race. So I gave him points for entertainment. Yeah. Rodriguez, I think he got second place, and because he almost made it to the end before his car failed him, which is always frustrating. Also giving him a point ahead of the news that we'll hear in the next race. And first place, obviously, being a French Grand Prix, I gave it to the French guy, Severt. It sounded like he came from nowhere at the start, but he still managed to make his way through somewhere to the front. And so I thought, why not? Give him first.
Well, he finished second.
So I bumped him up.
And he qualified.
Economy class to business class, you bump them up a bit.
He qualified 7th. I mean, it's a big call.
Well.
Oh, that's right. Stewart won, of course.
Stewart won, yes.
That's why there's no Stewart. I was wondering, where's the race winner? Like, I couldn't tell.
Not on my list.
Couldn't tell the race winner from your picks. No. And I was like, of course, Stewart won. So, yeah. Okay, I see the pattern. I went a bit crazy with this race by the looks of it.
Luigi, who didn't you give points to?
Yeah. So I gave Andretti. I had 3 drivers in equal third. Andretti in equal third.
Well, not equal third because you. Again,
I gave a little bit more.
Yes.
Yeah. So Andretti got 1 point because of the quote by Mike Lang. Why did the drivers believe he was at the Pocono 500 race? So I wonder if he was having an affair or something.
My goodness.
And this is how it gets revealed. Like,
wow.
This is where you hear it live.
Yeah,
like, in
no,
2025.
No, we're going to get libel. We're going to get sued.
I'm sure he was loyal to his partner.
He was
He was loyal, 100%. He was at the Pocono 500. Lots of evidence. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so another point to Whistle. A driver. Did I give Whistle points to the other race as well?
You did.
Why have I got a thing with this guy?
One.
I don't know.
Lotus, yeah. So he was in a big duel for 6th, and he defeated a French driver in a French car in Beltoise, and he was no doubt desperate to get points at his home race. So Beltoise ended up finishing 7th with Whistle in 6th. And
so you gave him points for beating a French guy.
Yeah, and they're 1 second apart, and it was a big duel apparently. The next one is Fittipaldi in third, but 2 points because he finished third from 17th on the grid, and he was in bandages. So I'm just giving him a recognition for that. I had 2 drivers in equal second, Regazzoni in second. He should have come second if not for the Peterson oil slick, which caused him to go out of the race, I think. No, he went out of the race, but I think he should have been second. And Rodriguez equal second. Should have come second if not for a car issue. So 2 drivers that should have come second. And who did come second? It was Savert. That's why I said it was fortunate.
Yes.
And Stewart, pure dominance because he dominated.
Of course.
Pure dominance because he dominated.
Yeah. I mean,
Luigi, the insight coming from you, it's just mind-blowing.
Yeah, at least he's in my top 6 or whatever I got there.
Yeah, your top 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you have to
exactly.
count them.
You pretty much named the grid.
It's 7. I think you got 7 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No,
that's
you got
6. It's 6 drivers. Yeah.
My goodness. All right.
Okay.
Well, I
surely not a match.
Yes. No, I have not. If I had matched that, I would really be questioning myself, son. I did, however, give Rodriguez and Regazzoni equal third because they both retired from second. It was unusual that they both retired from second place. And I think it was pretty late in the race as well, wasn't it, Louis?
Yeah, I think that they were which one were you talking about?
Rodriguez and Regazzoni. They were very close to each other.
Yeah, Regazzoni was out lap 21. Rodriguez I'm struggling to see quickly because it's not in a list format. It's like a flowing text.
Yes.
Oh, Rodriguez lap 28, so yeah, pretty close.
Yeah. I actually gave Fittipaldi my second place. I thought 17th to 3rd was a very eye-catching performance by what we know now as a future legend. And given that he was still in bandages, again, that's something of the era where drivers raced with injuries all the time. So, yeah, I thought Fittipaldi deserved my second place. And yeah, Stewart, blah, 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 blah.
You guys have never had this attitude about Stewart and driving.
I know, it's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why you are acting like this. You didn't do this with Clark.
No, I didn't. I don't know. There was just something more likable about Clark. And he battled his car a lot. Maybe, son. I don't like to think I'm that shallow, but maybe I am. I don't know. It's just the way Clark kind of came through and battled the car as well. I don't know. Stewart just seems a little bit boring.
Oh, that's so unfair.
I know.
If it isn't a Ferrari, you would not be saying that, is all I can say.
This is true. I'll give you that, Luigi. I'll give you that.
Maybe the word is reliable, not boring. Maybe reliable will go down better with Luigi, I think,
Reliable is boring. This is from someone who gives points to someone who spins off for excitement. So
and refuses to give points
to the winner.
Race.
Exactly.
Yeah. But gives them points when they come 11.
Yeah, 11.
5 laps down.
That's right, exactly. Yeah. All right, so what have we got? We're 5 races in, are we, Louis?
We're 5 races. It's 11 race season.
Okay, so 5 races in, Stewart has extended his lead to 62 points. Ix is on 44 and Holm is still stuck on 38.
Okay. But he's still third.
He's still third.
Considering he's got nothing for ages now.
Yeah.
It shows how flat we're doing this whole thing. Flat points. Yeah.
Shall we do one more, Louis, or do you think we should take a break at this point?
I reckon we could take a break, and because we're not going to have big intros on the next episode, are we?
No, we don't. We did spend a bit of time talking at the beginning. All right, so we'll come back and finish off this very exciting TP. Can't wait to see what happens in the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.